Let's start. Let's try to explain God. The question we have for God is how? Not why. Not why me. How does God decide healing? You don't have to believe me, you can check my medical file. How does God decide a life partner for someone, and for others to remain single? It is God's fault that we are not mature enough. It is God's fault that we are lazy and stupid. New people in your life, and exit people from your life. The biggest temptation is to complain about God, and in our suffering we say many times that it is God's will for me to be single, to be poor, to be sad, to be unhappy. I have a book with the best of enriched talks, and also some useful talks about faith and believing in God. Solve your life problems for $7, link in description of this video. Many times, we said, no, no, no. It is not God's fault if we have delusional life expectation, or we pray for things that will hurt us, if we receive them. We don't work for them, we pray for them. God has the number of our days here in this life, not one day more, not one day less. Explain God's eye. You don't steal, temptations and opportunities are around you. Occasions to make sins are more available than for people who don't care. God is up there, you must focus here on earth. You are mature enough to know what will hurt you, what is a sin, what is regrets and bad things in life, even what is karma. Many times I ask myself, aren't we fake as Christians? We consider ourselves specials, some consider themselves saints, other people are more aware of reality. Some people live in a life fantasy bubble, others live in the reality of society, and being Christians through a personal decisions, and selected by God. As it is written in Bible, God choose you first, to believe in him. We complain we are single, how many times we refuse to meet new people, potential life partners, we refuse to open our life, our heart and mind. With the risk of being hurt, betrayed, or falling in real authentic love. We cannot explain how God is healing people. Doctors don't have answers, don't have solutions, and where medicine is limited, only God can heal everything, anyone, or take someone home to heaven. You don't have to believe me, you can check my medical file, medical record and medical history. EMR or EHR is a computerized collection of a patient's health records. For someone who is not a believer in God, he cannot understand what means living through faith, through the unseen side of things, the spiritual side of life. Even Christians cannot explain many things regarding God. Still, we don't need to have all the answers, this is faith for. How does someone with true faith becomes a prophet? A person who speaks for God or a deity, or by divine inspiration. And who knows everything about you, through the will of God. And for your spiritual growth and life, body, spiritual healing. A prophet knows, through the will of God. He knows your past, your present and your future. Words are limited, because too much information will change your life too much, could change you. You're living in a good or bad direction, everyone must be very mature. It all makes sense through faith, and God never makes mistakes. We see so many good people suffering, and we don't have answers to this question of why? Why me? Why now? Why this way? Why so much? We have available so many testimonials from people who healed, who experienced death and returned back, who had spiritual experiences until levitation, meanwhile praying, and the gift from God called speaking in tongues. Faith is something you cannot buy, cannot explain, cannot control. You pray to God, and right in that moment you could receive an answer, or after a time, or sometimes never. God can change people, he can talk to people's soul, people mind, people's life circumstances, life solutions, new people in your life, and exit people from your life. How God? How God can I make things better? How can I make things work? There are prayers that we don't say, because God will answer, and will make us responsible for our prayers.
Why the Bible Christian book is censored in many countries and places. Not necessary in Muslim countries, even in Christian countries, the Bible is censored. So many questions about God, so many lies about God and faith. In description of this video, I have some talks about God, talks about faith, and living as Christian in today's society. With the oppression, censorship, and laws anti-Christians.